first place in the division. I believe that's what this game is going to be. Yes. Green Bay and I are tied for first place right now, but Detroit can have a one-game advantage over us here with a W, so we want to make sure we win this game. Um, well, I think I've also made the decision. I don't think that Bauer, the QB that we drafted this year, is the answer. So, as you can see in the scouting, so far I've really scouted heavily at the quarterback position, and it looks like there's going to be a couple of first-round talents at QB. And what's nice for those of you that have been longtime followers of the franchise, we have 2 first and 2 second-round draft picks coming up in this draft, and I think we have a couple sevenths as well. So if we really want one of these quarterbacks, we could be in position to move up to get one of them. We'll kind of see where we end up in a draft position and such. I think Bauer just doesn't quite have an arm, but we'll see how he develops. It's still a long season left. We still got over half the season left, so we'll see what happens. Also, as far as players willing to negotiate, I think I've covered this once already, but if not, I will cover it again. Kyle Rudolph, Blair Walsh, Laquan Treadwell, Kenny Stills, Mackenzie Alexander, Jeff Locke, Andrew Sendejo, Mike Harris, Alex Boone, Jock S. Smith, Kendall Brothers, Melanick Wilson, Javarius Allen, Brandon Fusco, Sterling Moore, and Rashad Bethel. There's going to be some decisions to make there. Treadwell's kind of had a down season so far. I guess you may have to do with the rookie quarterback. Same with Stills, but I'd really like to bring the 2 of them back. Alexander, I think, has really been great for us so far. Walsh, I really could care less about. Rudolph has been nothing but solid for us. He's just been amazing. So, with that being in mind, let's go ahead and get this game against Detroit started, and let's see what happens. Looks like we play Green Bay next, so these next 2 games are going to be very, very pivotal to us to see where we're going to be at going into what's really the stretch run of the playoffs. We'll probably do some throwback uniforms again today, too. Instead of the 70s throwbacks or the 2000 home throwbacks, the old school Vikings uniforms that I'm used to. So, let us go ahead and get this game started, and I will see you all at the end of the game.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Lions going up against the Vikings. With that, we send you up to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis as we hook up with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you very much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Twin Cities and the expansive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
As one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that. Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Muscles him off. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And now it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be a Minnesota 1st down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Steps away. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A second down run for Abdullah. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. 9 yards to go. It's third down. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. And they'll run it here. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver's taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star or a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It's a gain of 24 that time, and it's good enough for a Detroit first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Sharif Floyd, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Back to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And Stills over the middle. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll look to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him 16 on the pickup. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. One receiver left, three to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The final shot before the break. Stafford to the right side to Eric Ebron. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team.
Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Holding. Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. One receiver left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They run the counter now on first down. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a cut to the sideline. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And ready for 3rd and 6.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Wide open receiver complete. A nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll set up a throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Backing up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jaquez Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Stafford. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he connects with Ebron. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
From the gun, here's Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And he's brought down. You give him 15 more, and it's another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Jones has it over the middle. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Simple slant route, and it works to perfection.
And when you're a big-bodied receiver, you use it like it's a basketball play. Body the defender away and catch the football.
False start, offense.
Seven yards to go on second down. Stafford gives to Abdullah, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Stafford. That's caught at the 3. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll take him down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third down and 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And this defense, they needed that 1 more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Holding. Offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Back to throw. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams